I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Ludden says. At least others have had the sense to abandon the cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the unusually quiet yaks indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that led us to a few paths of solid ground over there. Uneven, bumpy, but easier than this. Alright, let's, Stone markers? Yeah, don't look natural. Don't look like much anything else, just some stone marking the path, all I can figure. You would ask Trevier, but he's nowhere around. Probably gathering mushrooms. Alright, lead the way. The caravan changes course slowly, but you see the low stone markers, some with sticks tied around them. The caravan picked up speed over the lumps of packed ground until a child screams. You rush back to see a boy being pulled out of a hole in one of the black mounds. You cross sight. Inside you see a blackened wrapped bodies. You're walking across a burial ground. Everyone, get moving. There's a chance we'll make it out here without anyone knowing. We're here. You start urging everyone, but you feel Ruga watching you. This is not good. They're around us, shouts a man near the edge of the caravan, and we're stuck in this mud. Cragsmen have encircled you. The leader steps forth and shouts, "There's no price but blood for crossing the land through our dead. Form a perimeter!" Let's try to talk him down. As the fighters attempt to form ranks, you rush forward in diplomacy. Arrows litter field around you, sending you back almost immediately. However, your attempt encourages those around you who had a bit more time to prepare. It looks like the force you train is roughly the size of the enemy's. This could go any way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. The whole bog seems to move with the approaching cragsmen. Eric, the warden from Strahd, says, "I know this sounds bad, but they're bringing battle-trained bears. If I weaken one, I can make it ours. Ask the governor of Strahd. They're helpful in certain situations. We could use the lives." Pet bear? Alright, let's do it. We need to clear the battlefield except for one bear. Leave the rest to me. Alright, let's do it. Goody, bear! Alright, so we need him. Alright, he's looking old. Alright, let's get Gris out here. And Ivir. Alright, let's go. I hope this works. This should work. Alright, he's not too bad. Ow. doesn't look like a bad fight. Ow. 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 Alright, what? Oh. Capture bear! Really? For a bear? I need to train some clansmen. We lost 38 Vara for a bear! Alright.
Baldringer's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
Placed outside the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reaches towards the sky. All the Varro, including Ivir and Hakon, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Walking around the entire root system only takes a moment, but you find nothing of interest. It is as if no one has been here in a very long time. The uncomfortable, rainy setting urges everyone to rejoin the bar quickly. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem much to be out here, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. The ground shakes, enough to cause the yaks to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Hakon says in a wirely tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him.
Grundar almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
In a field just outside of Gundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assume are myth. I don't believe it. Are those? Two horseborn hold out simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Yeah, let's go. The two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer, too. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. Damn, the caravan's scaring them. Tell the archers to put their bows down. Olivet looks irritated at having to leave the horsemen, but she does what you say. You advance slowly and point. My name's Alette. Your friend looks hurt. The two standing horsemen exchange a look, the female snorting, shaking her mane. You help? Her voice sounds strained, and her mouth moves uncomfortably around foreign words. Yes. Help. You wave to Ivan, who approaches slowly but confidently. The female looks agitated and speaks in the long streams of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help Roek and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn steps aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded Roek and other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over to Hoy to enjoy the sights, but soon return looking disappointed. They call us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival, but the merchants don't mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. The blond axeman, one of his two twins from another small village near Skorg, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swing looks dangerous. Hogan, is everything alright? He glares at you. Where's your brother, Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. Why is that? I followed your father a long way, and now you? And for what? My brother's gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but they think I'm a monster. What's the point? How's... They'll appreciate what you're doing someday. I don't know. My wife says she needs a man who will hold her more than his axe. I think she might leave me. I'm not really sure where she'd go, but that's none of my business. Just tell me this caravan will fall apart without me fighting in the shield wall, and I'll stay armed. Sure, keep fighting. We need to keep everyone safe, not just your family, but all the families. Make things right with your wife and kids in Arbrang. The axeman looks somewhat relieved, if not a bit guilty. A few more fights then, you know. I had my doubts about following you back in Borsgard, but you're right, Alette. You're alright, Alette. Hi, horse person. Thank. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Skatchat's thanking you for helping instead of Roex. Deirdrea's the other one, but she's not in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to make Hakon. Skathatch tail swats his flank and he bows his head at Hakon. Varl's man? Same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen Horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, human and Var were at each other's throats. What brings you so far north? Sketcher looks confused, and Ubin shows him a map pointing to Dalalond and Gundar. Food. Our planes break. Hakan snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Skirnir? His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years ago before they were alive? You may be as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. What happened to Rokech? Rokech, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? He says many other things in another language. That thing. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west and looks at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Gundar? The Varl King. How do you know our language? He stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with humans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the Cragsmen. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time, my guess. 2 others take herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just 2? What about you and the couple? Scotch Hatch Ro Etch Redurer stay. This herd help. We help this herd. Thank you. Man, Var, horseborn, same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles. You smile while Hakan shakes his head and walks away. Great! Horse people. We have horse people now. I went back and did some things. That's why my map numbers don't match. Alright, let's go for some training. What can you show me? Plenty. Never seen a mender as much power as this Ivan, but after watching him a while back, I can show him how to really benefit from that lightning of his. Alright, let's see. I can always use some more renown. What do you want me to do with this? Chain lightning through your enemies. Wait for your enemies to line up diagonally. Choose your target in your middle of the line. Alright. This is gonna be rough. I don't know how I'm gonna get them to do that. I think they need to surround Ivan. I gotta get him clumped up. Okay. Alright, so... Nice! There we go. Yeah, I had to get them into a certain pattern. Okay, we have plenty of food. We should train a few clansmen. We need protection. 50 should give us an edge. Alright. Can we do any more training? Okay, nope. Alright, so we should level up some peeps. Let us... We have 24 renown. Should focus on a few people. What does this do? Might want to do more exertion with him. And then... resist damage, regen. I kind of like that. Alright, he's gonna be your good shield master. I guess we can rest up and leave. There's nothing else to do, really. I'll save that renown for later. Alright, let's keep going. Now that Rogue Hack had a chance to heal, 2 of the horsemen are leading south to deliver some supplies to their people. What crazy ideas in your head, Skivner? With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south. Oh. Oh, you're going with them? You'll be missed. Remember, when it comes to dealing with Ruga as well, if he wants to depart, by the gods, let him. You're taking your hired muscle with you? I'd feel better if Goodenough stayed with all of you. The blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention. Wrong kind of attention might find you anyway. Then who will protect you? I'm old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders. The younger Varl shrugs and walks off to find food. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me. Just make sure you're alive to see this through. Arberang. Farewell. Skivner says a few more goodbyes before departing with the horseborn. Bye. Oh, what the fuck do you want? It's not getting any easier, is it? It probably won't be getting any easier until we get to Iberang. Quit fooling yourself, girl. The capital's going to be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless. We'll see when we get there. That's a reaction. If you wait for people to attack before acting, you'll wind up with a blade in your gut. We have different ways of looking at things. There's a part of me that wants your way to be right, but there's a larger part that understands that the way this world works. Then keep searching for the bad in people, and I'll keep searching for the good. Deal? The governor shares a look with his guard and sighs. Deal. Get us across this wasteland and try not picking any more strays, will you? He sneers in the direction of the horseborn before leaving. Go fuck yourself. I will pick up as many people as I want, you piece of shit. Alright, where are we going? A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Aoli leaves children from behind a cart in new costumes. Some of them have horns on their head, while one red-headed girl wears a green cloak like yours. A boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. Aww. The entire caravan gathers to watch around the performance. The young actors behind a short wall the young actors stand beside a short wall discussing the approach of a dread army. As a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors, a young man in red armor stands and shouts Bellower. This is a reenactment of the Battle of Borsgard. Continue watching. A dark-haired girl holding a spear says, "We'll get no help from the governor. We're on our own." A few people laugh while Ruga stares at the skald. The young Rook, Alette, and Varl run towards the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, a girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. Bellow grabs Rook by the throat and growls. You sense heads in the crowd turning towards you when Aelo and a weaver suddenly snaps the caravan's banner in front of the scene like a curtain. As the banner lowers, the young version of you cradles the boy dressed as your father. The other actors stand in a semicircle around you and begin singing a familiar tune. The crowd joins in, and an impromptu line forms with anyone walking by to lay a hand on your shoulder. Do you have to do that? A group of 2,000 humans, thin and dirty, step off a rough path to the caravan. Please, the young girl says, anything to eat? Why? Why do you always... Why are you all out here? Homes were burned, a man says, coughing. Cowards didn't even show a banner. Now we're just trying to get somewhere safe and start over. Come on, get in. I need more clansmen. The worried glances are changed among the group until a man says, better than us starving out here on our own. They all agree and join the rear of the caravan. I need more clansmen! We need more foragers. See? Foragers. Foragers are good! Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. This is the second failing shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day, the Yawk's tender curses. It will take some time to see to the yoke, so you call for camp. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Junior requests a moment to speak with you alone. I'm impressed so far, Arlette. You've managed to keep your composure through tough situations. Thank you. Not to pain you with further comparison, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Straves, determined. What actually happened there? Your father faced down his fears, walking through thousands of dread to obtain the only weapon that could bring down Belor. That's incredible and frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that. The Volca gives you a maternal smile. Neither did he. Juno patiently awaits your reply. I don't understand how you got involved in all this. At times, I think this is my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it. She sees your wide-eyed expression and attempts to clarify. How I became involved is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go. But only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero. Why me? Couldn't others learn to lead this caravan? The straight answer is yes. Others could do it, but the clansmen choose to follow you under that banner. If you didn't appear worthy, you would be replaced. Why don't you lead them? A Valka's life is one of knowledge and secrets. We help when and where we can, but it rarely amounts to trust from others. These clans joined your banner out of hope. They would follow me out of fear. If they end up in Arngburang, either way, what's the difference? Who they are when they reach Arngburang is exactly why they are important. Fear will soon spread like flame across dry tinder in that town. Without this caravan's hope, all will be consumed and burned to ash. So did my dad's death mean something? I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Skorg, including you and all the others along the way, are forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Eberang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of the coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. You keep talking about darkness, but no one has ever seen it. You've seen the signs of it coming, dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant of this. I should go. Before you go, there's one thing I must address with you, the serpent. The chasm in Ozdalar, the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take the power unforeseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her will chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. Training? Training? No training. Alright, I'll keep the renown for now. We have plenty of Varl. Oh. Alright, let's get out of here.